Welcome to the Women in Leadership Body, Mind, Soul, and Business podcast. I'm Charlie.
And I'm Heather, and together we're working to connect women in leadership and business, improving the health and wellness of our community, body, mind, and soul, connecting to the heart and soul of who we are and what we do.
One of our dear friends comes back to join us at the table today. We never really know where the conversation's going to take us, but it's always a great one. We have so much fun with her. Please welcome back to the table the ever incredible Reiki Master and In the Spirit CEO, Francine Hatley.
Hi, y'all. How's it going?
So, Francine, just brief reintroduction for any new listeners today, please.
Oh, okay. So Francine Hatley. I'm a psychic medium and a Reiki master. What Reiki is energy healing. So instead of a massage where it's actual hands-on and they're physically kneading your muscles and all of that, I am hands-off. I don't have to touch you at all. And it's all energy. I connect to the universal energy that's all around us. And I just kind of let it channel through me into you. So it's like a massage, but for your aura, for your energy fields around you. What that does is it helps your body to remember how to reset and heal itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I can detect a wide variety of ailments, but what Reiki does help with is anxiety, depression, general aches and pains, soreness. It can help with insomnia. So if you've got insomnia, I'm the gal to call. It can help you through emotional trauma, past, present. It can help with just a wide variety of things. So you would lay down on my massage table, face up. I have a little pillow for your head. And I put on some nice quiet music, and you just kind of relax for 30 minutes, 60 minutes, or 90 minutes, however long you book your session for. And then we just kind of bask in that energy, and it's really healing. My clients are sleeping better. I've had clients that have had insomnia that are now sleeping through the night and sleeping better. I've had clients with anxiety and depression, and they're getting a handle on that. So it's really, it makes a difference. Makes a difference.
So I've had it described to me that Reiki is like getting a massage for your energy systems.
Yes.
Like, yeah. So it's like unplugging the dams in our energy systems that keep the energy from flowing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting too, because I was reading some of your testimonials on your website, and one of our friends, I was like, oh, I have to read that one. It's one of our friends' ones. And it was like, it opened up the energy flow even into their business. Like some of the work you do, like it's not just your body. It's like how energy flows around you too. Like, and you're responding to it.
Yes. It absolutely does help. The other thing that I do is I'll go into your home or your place of business, and I'll clear the energy out. So I'll give it a nice deep cleaning, basically, so that you have a fresh start, and I'll put in all that yummy, good juju energy. And then what you do with that is up to you. So, but I've had clients that have increased their sales by, 40, 50% the next day. So it's one of those things that people don't really think about, but energy is all around us, and it's within our bodies, and it's within our control. It really is. And most people don't understand how it works. They don't understand how to manipulate it or how to control it. So I come in and I reset them, and then I talk to them about the basic things that they need to do in order to keep the energy good and clean and clear, and their chakras all nice and open and aligned. Simple things like herb supplements or meditation or journaling, whatever it is that their path, their journey needs to take them down in order to keep healthy energetically. I'm going to pick up on that, and I'm going to let them know. For their place of business, usually it's cleansing it once a week, or once a month, depending on the energy that was there prior to them occupying that space,
Mhm.
and how they can really keep that energy flowing nicely and cleanly so that it will support their business in a positive way.
That's awesome, especially for businesses that are like taking over a space that already had a business in it, right?
Mhm.
And that
Yeah.
business obviously closed because someone else is moving into it. You don't
Mhm.
want to be in that same energy field, right? Like you
Mhm.
Right.
want to disrupt that and let that, be grounded and move on.
Or
I
let's
just got
say you're
goosebumps.
moving into a new house, right? You're
Yeah.
moving into a new house, and the energy from the people who lived there before is still there.
Hmm.
You want to be able to reset that energy in order for your family and how you're living in. I actually had Francine come over and do some stuff here at my house, at my property, and it has felt lighter and brighter. And
We've been a lot more creative. We've been
Mhm.
able to be in all the spaces.
I
and
don't
be
feel as
creative.
overwhelmed
Yeah.
as I did. So that's just my own, personal
Yeah.
Experience.
experience.
Yeah,
And
that's one of my favorite things to do, is to go to people's homes and
Mhm.
help them with the energy that's there,
Mhm.
especially if it's a previous owner or a previous occupant that's still there in spirit, stuck for
Mhm.
whatever reason. And I help gently move them on,
Mhm.
and then cleanse the place so that the new occupants can put in their own energy, their own vibe. So, and that's really important. You kind of think of it like feng shui, only I'm not using physical objects and placing physical objects in different rooms. I'm going in and I'm cleaning the energy, and I do that with a wide variety of tools. So I may use smudge sticks, usually made of white sage, but I'll also have smudge sticks with other things like juniper or rosemary. um, Palo Santo, if something's really negative and icky and needs to be moved out forcefully. I may use crystals. I may use sea salt. Sea salt's a really good cleanser. Another good thing to use is charcoal. A lot of
Mhm.
people don't think about that, but if you take a bowl of charcoal and combine it with the sea salt, like the big crystals of sea salt, and you can put it by your front door, and it's going to keep and trap any icky energy that comes into the house with you, so it doesn't continue into the rest of your house. It stays trapped right there in the little bowl of charcoal and sea salt. Don't ask me how it works. I don't know how. I don't question. I just know that it does.
I was like, that's interesting because I know a little bit, like just enough to be kind of dangerous, right? Like, and I was like, well, charcoal absorbs, and then the sea salt will ground it out.
Yeah,
Like that makes so much sense to me. I was like, when you said that, I was like, that makes sense.
Guess what I put in my well to filter my water is salt.
Yeah.
Right? Because it binds things and it filters things. And
Yeah.
I mean, we use Himalayan pink salt lamps to clean our air.
Yeah.
So we know it works. We're not 100% sure why. We just know that it does.
I have
There's
a
enough
friend on the East
scientific
Coast
evidence
who's
to make
opening
it.
up like a meditation center,
Mhm.
and she's going to have one of those Himalayan salt rooms. I'm so
Ooh.
excited for her. I'm like, one day we're going to go see her. Like it's going to happen.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, I have a sea salt lamp in my office space. So, and I turn that on when I have clients coming in. And I also cleanse my space on a regular basis. I use white sage to keep the energy nice and clean. Because I want, my clients to come in and know that it's a clean, safe space for their energy, and there's no residual left over from another client. So
that's always a good thing to know too, is the space being satisfactorily sanitized? I'm using air quotes here.
I'm gonna go let Athena
spiritually,
in. She's
emotionally.
like making herself sick with anxiety. I'll be
She's right here.
back.
Let me in. But it just really works. And I think what we're talking about goes along pretty well with our topics this week, which the sutra topic this week is Pratipaksa-bhavana. go ahead and let me know if I'm saying that wrong, or how to say it correctly if you know how. That would be awesome. And basically, it's cultivating the opposite, or putting yourself in someone else's shoes, trying to understand where somebody's coming from. Like, their reactions aren't on you. It's them, but why, right? The quote this week is, "I have learned silence from the talkative, tolerance from the intolerant, and kindness from the unkind. I should not be ungrateful to those teachers." And that's Kahlil Gibran.
This is where I'm always like, the cloud has the silver lining. Like, what can I learn from this situation? As that uncomfortable as I am, now that this happened, how do we learn? How do we grow?
Yeah. And I think working with other people's energies, we have energy all around us. Everything we can touch, taste, smell is made of energy, right? Tactile, everything is energy. The air between us is energy. And how to read that and understand that helps you, Francine, understand the other person and where they're coming from and what kind of assistance they need.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
It's what's interesting too is that a lot of the clients that I get, I mean, they're drawn to me for a reason. And a lot of it is because I have walked in their shoes before in some capacity. I've had a similar experience. I've had a similar situation or, similar feelings, right? And so when something comes up during either a Reiki session or during a personal reading, I can relate to that in some way, shape, or form. And so that not only makes me a better person because I, have been through something similar, but it helps me to be a better psychic as well and a better Reiki master, because then I know that I'm helping them, and through helping them, I'm helping myself, if that makes sense.
yes.
I
totally get it.
Yeah.
And having gone through a lot of their similar experiences, I almost take on, well, I'm just going to say it like a life coach, right? I'm literally like a spiritual life coach, because a lot of the sessions that I have, it's helping them work through whatever their issues are that's keeping their energy stuck. And so I can draw on that personal experience as well as what spirit guides and ancestors are telling me is the direction they need to go. And I can go, oh yeah, I've kind of done something similar, so that I can say, well, have you tried this? If you haven't tried this, maybe you should try doing this, or have you tried doing that? And I think it helps me because I can understand, I can empathize, right?
Right.
So that definitely makes me a better, more, I don't know. I think that just makes me a better person. Yeah, more connected. Yeah. Sorry, it's those words. It's 4:30 on a Tuesday afternoon and
on a Tuesday, Monday.
On a Tuesday.
Oh my God.
Right.
Tuesday, Monday afternoon. Yeah.
So earlier you were talking about things that you do to ground yourself, which goes right into our mindset topic of going Alfresco, getting outside, getting some fresh air, eating outside, just really enjoying the nicer weather that we have this time of year. I think is really important.
Finally.
And
Finally,
the sun's out today.
Right, exactly.
Today and tomorrow, and then it clouds over again. But
well, here in the Pacific Northwest, I think we're pretty used to getting a couple of days of sunshine, then like another week and a half of rain, then a couple of days of sunshine, then some more rain. And,
pretty much.
We just have webbed toes. It's fine.
Yeah,
we're used to it.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My computer has a new thing that it's telling me at the bottom, like it's telling me pollen count is high. I was like, correct. I know this. I can feel that.
Yeah, I can feel it in my throat. When we first moved to this property a couple years ago, That first season wasn't too bad, but the second season last year, my front yard and my whole yard looked like snow, right? All the cottonwood. And I'm allergic to cottonwood. Like I have a hard time with it, difficult time with cottonwood. And I had an arborist come out last fall. And I was like, God, cottonwood season was awful for me this past year. I have no idea where all it came from. And he's like, you do know you have several on your property. I mean, they're like, my property is 2 acres, but about an acre, 3/4 of an acre or so is fenced in. And then the rest goes kind of down a hill.
Mhm.
And it's all with lots of trees. And so you can't really see the trees that are down there. I see the big cedars that are close to where my fence line is,
Mhm.
but I'm not really seeing what else is down there. Well, he kind of got down there and got a good look. And he's like, yeah, you have several cottonwood trees. And I'm like, kill them. Kill them now.
Take them out before they take me out.
Yeah, well, he couldn't get to them, unfortunately. So I think, I'm probably going to have to hire somebody who's going to like use a rope and pulley system to get themselves down there and actually kill those trees for me, because it was awful. And I saw a bunch of little, cottonwood stuff floating around my yard, today. And I'm like, no, it's not happening again. So hopefully it won't.
It usually happens by the time our boys' birthdays, which was last week. Those cottonwoods coming in, and I was like, "Oh, it didn't snow yet."
Yeah,
I see a couple of little
it started
dustings out there. Yeah,
it's
but my
definitely
nose is itchy.
probably by the weekend, which is why we welcome the rain, because then it keeps it all bogged down, right?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Washes
So,
it down,
yeah.
cleans
So
the air.
Washes it down. Yep. So hopefully that'll happen again.
So if you guys have allergies, it's so good to spend some time outside, but maybe take some of your allergy meds before you do. Okay.
Find some local honey.
And even short bursts of outside is good.
Yeah.
Go outside for 5
Hey,
10
remember
minutes.
these masks you don't like to wear? You could wear them outside.
You could, to keep the pollen and dust.
You could.
Allergy
Like,
season, right?
Yep.
I don't know how much it will help. I haven't tried it out. I just thought of it.
I was using my
But no, if you can
in the shop.
if you can get outside.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If you can get outside and take off your socks and shoes and wiggle your feet around in the dirt or in the grass, that's very healing. It's very grounding, right? Because you're getting in touch with Mother Earth. And that's, like I said earlier, that's my meditation time. I used to meditate, not quite daily, but I would meditate and I'd do the whole thing. I'd light the incense and the candle, and I'd sit in my quiet space, and I'd put on some background kind of noise, like music or whatever. And I'd sit there and I'd, try and meditate. And 9 times out of 10, my brain would wander and I'd have to bring it back to focus. I go outside and I garden, or I just take off my shoes and my socks and I walk around on my grass, and my mind doesn't wander. And I don't have to bring it back to focus because I'm just grounding myself in Mother Earth.
Well, and if you think about it, it's simple science.
It is.
We are made of electricity. We are energy. And how do you ground out energy? In the dirt. In the dirt.
Yep. So ground yourself in that dirt. I give you permission to play in the mud.
Yes,
I really do. Go play in the dirt. Go play in the mud. Get dirty. Get in your garden or whatever.
Go to the beach. Get your toes in the sand. Whatever that looks like.
Yes. You'll never have to pay for a mani-pedi again. Just go wiggle your toes and your hands in the sand. Build sandcastle, right? It's the best manicure and pedicure you'll ever get. So absolutely. Yeah.
So
Sounds
fun.
like fun too.
So fun.
Even the dollar store has little tiny sand kits and buckets and stuff right now. So very inexpensive to go do such fun little things.
Old Tupperware dishes work just as well too.
Yes.
Or contain yogurt containers or cottage cheese containers or things
Sour
like
cream
those
containers.
Yep. Those are great. Just just keep those, right? And then take those to the beach with you.
And then you don't have to worry about,
if they get destroyed, just throw them out, recycle them, but no one's going to care,
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you get another reuse out of it.
And while you
Yeah.
are spending outside, practice leaving no trace. Leave everything the way you found it.
Yes.
Make
Yep.
sure you are cleaning up after yourself. And if you are so inclined, to bring an extra trash bag or two with you to pick up other debris along the way, because we only have one planet. Let's take care of it.
Susan Otten says, just find a bag along the way. She often will find a trash bag on the side of the road while she's picking cans, while she's practicing for her Parkinson walk.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Super
Nice.
fun.
That's exciting. So, have you checked out the boogie bins yet? Have you seen them?
The what?
The
The
boogie bin?
bins.
No.
So our cause of the quarter this quarter is the Boogie Bin, and what they do is they there's maybe 20 different locations around Snohomish County. They have these bins or barrels at like Copper House Coffee, at the Barkery Unleashed, at Flora and Fauna, just different shops around town, and they collect gently used new pet and animal items to then donate to shelters and
Animal rescue
projects,
so that they can keep focused on what they're doing, which is caring for the animals, and
not having
to worry about
supplies.
fundraising or finding supplies.
Finding supplies.
Yeah.
Nice. I've got a few things that my little dog Lilo doesn't fit into.
Exactly.
That were hand-me-downs from my dog Candy. That was a slightly bigger dog. So yeah, I could probably take a few things down and
there's a
repurposed.
ton of different places. You can always check out their Facebook page, which is in the links in the comments or in the description, depending on where you're listening. But that is our cause of the quarter, and we love to support our local amazing nonprofits.
Yeah, absolutely.
Francine, thank you for joining us at the table today. We're always blessed to have you as our guest.
Oh, thank you so much. I love being here.
Before we go, we are super duper excited to have our very, very first shout out.
Our first show sponsor, Lorelei Shimeo with MeWe Fairs. MeWe Fairs hosts metaphysics and wellness events online and in person throughout the Pacific Northwest. Her next online fair is tomorrow, Wednesday, June 1st at jointhefair.com. And the next in-person events are June 4th and 5th in Portland, June 11th and 12th in Linwood, and in Anacortes, July 16th and 17th. You can find out more using the link in the comments in the description.
Yes, it will also be on the blog post.
So go check those out, and we will see you guys next time.
Yeah.
Love you all. Namaste.
Don't click that one.
Bye.